This is a great example why it is always important to stay alert in public places in South Africa. This man was being shown a trick by a stranger, but the real trick was targeted at his pockets. His phone was gone in an instant, and he didn't even notice what had just happened to him. In South Africa, even the armed response are not safe from these culprits. This security guard was actually caught off guard by this group. They were targeting his firearm, which is a valuable asset in their foul operations. Once they get these firearms, they then cause havoc in the nation. These private responders should always operate with backup, mostly in areas known to be hotspots in South Africa. Fortunately, in this case, the guard was left physically unharmed, but his firearm was now in terrible hands. In this scene, the man had come to take his money from an ATM, but this also could be a dangerous situation in South Africa. Most people tend to completely focus on the screen in front of them since sensitive information is involved here, and culprits take this advantage to strike. The irony of them sanitizing their hands before doing a robbery is just hilarious. The hands were bound to be dirty after those foul actions. They were now robbing everyone who had been cornered on that section. Another case where it shows how it is of utmost importance to stay alert in public areas. This lady was shopping, but she had no idea she had been targeted by culprits, and things were about to turn for the worst. We can see the first culprit signaling to the other, the opportunity presented here. Her phone was gone in an instant, and she had no clue what had just happened. All three people around her were in on the act, with the two acting as a distraction. This lady almost defied physics with an absurd move. These culprits can go to any lengths to execute these foul actions. How that whole container fit under that skirt is beyond puzzling. In South Africa, using your phone in the street can be super risky. This truck driver decided to stop for a rest, but as soon as he was about to exit his vehicle, he was met with a firearm pointed at his head. These culprits are mostly familiar with these resting stops. They tend to wait just near these areas and pounce on unsuspecting drivers looking for a deserved rest after a long drive. In the final video, the culprits had already started the robbery. This was inside a shop in South Africa. These types of robberies are common in the country, with business owners forced to close shop in some instances due to this havoc. In other areas, businesses are forced to pay protection fees to gang leaders to reduce the occurrence of these robberies. They were now tying the man down while demanding for the two to open the safe. All the customers who entered the shop during the robbery were kept hostage inside. This is why it can be tricky to shop at night, mostly in sketchy areas. The probability of walking into a bad situation with deadly firearms involved is high. These culprits carry all forms of weapons, and they are not hesitant to use them at any given chance. Things did escalate for a moment there. Fortunately, no one was physically hurt in this situation, and the owners managed to escape with their lives.